All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another video. I just wanted to go over some things in regarding Carmelo Anthony because there is some misinformation that's purposely being spreaded. And these people and the person that's spreading this information, he was at the Diddy trial, and I believe these people are paid to deceive you and try to trigger you and upset you. There's a lot of things that's going on, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get the word out because a lot of people are not going to see this. But you are being purposely deceived now. And the people I've seen the same people at the Diddy trial, and they were deceiving you at the Diddy trial because a lot of things that was going on at the that they said that was going on was not going on at the Diddy trial. They lied to you at the Diddy trial, and like unfortunately, these people are drowning us out. Like for example, I was trying to give the real information every day at the Diddy trial, and they were purposely lying to you, and these people were getting all the views. These people, the person, his name, I'm not going to say his name, but the person that he said that this kid was transferred to a relative, because this person, he said that he was transferred to this prison and the warden has the same name, Metcalf, as the victim. And he was trying to put it out there and make it seem like he was transferred to the victim's uncle's jail. First of all, that guy is not even related to the Metcalfs. And first of all, he wasn't even transferred to a jail that the warden last name was Metcalf. He was not. But they're banking on the fact that people don't do research, right? And they're trying to stir up trouble. They're trying to get you upset even more. I'm telling you right now, do not get upset about this case. He made his bed, he got to lay in it. That's what happens in America when you kill somebody. You know, you got to do the time for murder. Murder, you got to do time for. You don't go home over a murder, okay? You don't go home over a murder. And I can tell you guys that Texas is like that, but nobody's listening. You know what I'm saying? And then they're trying to spread this information that the father is saying all types of stuff. I'm telling you, don't let this stuff trigger you because this is not the case. Don't let this stuff trigger you, man. This is just a normal situation. It's normal. It's a normal look. The trial happened. He got convicted, and that's it. He could have elected to go with a bench trial. Now, one thing that I did do some research on that seems pretty interesting about his, I'm not even going to say it though, about his lawyer and the prosecutor. I'm not even going to say that. And then his parents, it's something strange about his parents. There's something strange going on with them because they're saying that, oh, he didn't get a fair trial and stuff like that. And they believe he was set up by his counsel. Something strange is going on with the parents. Let me know why I say that. When you start crying and no tears come out, now I think you're acting. If you're sitting up there crying and wiping your eyes and I don't see no tears, something's wrong. I'm like, damn, is this a psyop or what? What is this? So yeah, this is something. Don't get upset about this. This is just a normal situation, man. He killed somebody, went to jail, and then people are trying to spread information that he got transferred. That's not normal. It is normal because I had to talk. I went and talked to somebody about it that know about Texas system. They said sometime it happens. It's just a case by case basis. Some people they take a while, and then some people don't. As far as making bail, I mean not bail, going to their permanent housing facility. Some people get shipped off faster than others, but they're trying to say it's something with that now because he got shipped out. Now he did get shipped out rather quickly. They did. They shipped him out rather quickly. Um, but he's gonna have to acclimate to jail like everybody else. He's not above everybody else. If I go out there and kill somebody right now, I'm going to jail, man. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? But the people that's out there that's getting all the views, they're paid to be there. They're agents, man. I saw them firsthand when I was at the Diddy trial, and they're out there doing the same fucking thing, spreading misinformation. They keep saying that this one guy that said that he saw the actual video of the incident. it was proven that he was lying. Okay, they could have paid him to say that, to try to make people angry. And they could be using him. Like, look at him. I mean, he had got arrested a couple times for failing to register, if you know what I mean. Failing to register. Because if you do what he did involving kids and you don't register, they'll arrest you. So maybe they're working, maybe they're using him for something, but he spreaded false information. And none of you said to yourself, well, prove what you're saying. Like if somebody is giving you information, you got to back it up. You got to go research it to see if this person is lying or not. You can't follow nobody blindly, including myself. They're spreading false information. Now, if something happens to this kid in jail, I mean, what's the big deal? Shit happens to people all the time. This is jail. This is like gladiator school where he going. This ain't no uh, pick some camp he going to. He got to watch his life every single day. If he go in there and get shanked up, I mean, what's the bit? What's the deal, man? He made the decision to take somebody's life. Now he's in gladiator school for the next 17, 18 years. Period. Sometimes we got to start holding people accountable. And if that guy wants, oh, sorry about that. I hit the moon. If that guy, their father decided to start talking reckless on them, then so be it. What would happen if you lost your son? You would be talking reckless too. You know what I'm saying? He mad right now because that kid only got 35 years. They mad about that. And let me tell y'all something real quick. If he got any kind of pull within that prison system, this kid ain't gonna live that long. Something gonna happen to him in there. So get prepared for that. And I hope that don't happen. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. It's I had an insurance situation going on about my car. They gotta fix my car. I had some damage to my engine. And you park in the city, it's freaking rodent damage, man. I never had that happen before, but that's what's happening. But I had to get that straight. Um, but guys, something could happen to him. It's jail. And I don't want to see nothing happen to the kid because he made a bad decision. And he's going to be asking himself every day, why did I just walk away? Because remember, the older he gets, the more mature he's going to get when he's in jail. He's going to grow up in prison. That's where he's going to grow and become a man and become mature in prison. At some point in his prison stay, he's going to be like, I should have just walked away from this shit. I should not have went back and forth with this guy. But we know how teenagers are sometimes. And unfortunately, the prison system are loaded with teenagers. They're loaded with them. And they're not the same individuals they are when they first came in there. So right now he needs to focus on his appeals because something is strange about his case, though. It is strange. But the thing is, the way I keep telling you guys, Texas is a different monster. It's a good old boy system there. They're not going to override each other. They're not. It's like a good old boy system there that he's facing. The only thing I could say is, hold on. Sorry about that. Now that's the dealership calling. He said, make sure you bring a check, okay? Okay, just make sure you bring a check. I'm like, all right, sir. Just make sure you get my car back. But yeah, so um where am I at? Debit, okay. Available in only 30 minutes. Okay, cool. I'll do that. Yeah, so he's not going to be the same person, but he's going to have to work this appeal somehow. He's going to have to get a high powered attorney. That attorney that he had, guys, let me tell you something. I don't want to say this thing was rigged from the start. I don't want to say that, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. This was a manslaughter case. This was manslaughter. This wasn't murder one. I'm just being real. This one, I mean, I understand their rules. It could be murder one. This was manslaughter. And the reason why I say that, because we look at the sentencing guidelines. I think the maximum is 20. He would have been out in 10. He would have been out in 10. He could have got some time shaved off and worked the system that way and could have got out in before 10 years. That's what he was looking at. What he got right now is kind of like, it was almost like it was set up for him to fail, even with his attorney. Now, if you do some research on his attorney and where his attorney worked before and who he worked with, you're gonna shake your head. You're gonna shake your head. Everybody in that courtroom was familiar with each other. Everybody. It happens all the time. It doesn't mean that they're not familiar. A lot of lawyers are familiar, but his job was to purchase a lawyer services that is respected around there, that they can make some deals somehow. That's what the money was supposed to provide. They would have to get a certain type of lawyer, like, okay, we may not go to trial, but let me see what I can negotiate for you. Okay, let me see. And deals are made all the time behind the scenes. That's what was supposed to happen here. When he went in front of the jury after everything was done, when they were arguing mitigating circumstances, they only had one person to speak in his behalf. You guys think that's okay? The only person that spoke in his behalf was his mother. That's it. His father didn't speak. Something's wrong here. Something was wrong. You could have put on a psychologist. You could have put on do they have a clergy member or somebody that they're close to? Somebody that could have talked to this jury. They could have blew trial to go straight to appeals. But it's no guarantee in Texas with the appeal. There's no guarantee. Guys, they don't put I ain't even gonna get into how crazy Texas is. I ain't even gonna get into it. The only thing I can say is for your family members or your future children, do not send them there. Don't send them to they hold on a second. Hello. Okay, yeah, the guy that you talked to, that was the guy that always say he don't know what's going on. And he just called me. Oh my God. Okay. 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 All right. Thanks a lot. No, I didn't. I was like, I'll just wait. Yeah, I do. Okay. 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 Thanks a lot. All right. Have a good one. You too. Yeah. So it's just something's not right, man. It's just like, man, like I thought he had like, okay, so Charleston White is also talking now. This is weird, even that he's even getting involved in the shit. He had a video where he was talking to the father. He said, "Yeah, I told you, I apologize to you. I told you these white people gonna do good by you and this and that." I feel like we turning back the hands of time or something. We going back to the good old days, if you know what I mean. That's what because people it seems off on this case. This case seems off. And the crazy part about it is, yeah, they shave his hair as soon as you go to the prison. Because they had to check for lice and everything for everybody. That's protocol, I heard. That's what somebody told me. But he can grow his hair back. Um, Somebody was saying that this case just all seems weird. Even how the parents are acting weird. You know what I'm saying? Even the parents, I'm just looking at them, they're mad young. They're young, yo. It's like they don't even know what they're doing. It's just, yo, you know what he was supposed to do when he raised all that money? He was supposed to get somebody like Tony Busby, yo. Somebody that had respect around there. This wouldn't have went to trial. It wouldn't have went to trial, yo. It wouldn't have went to trial. But at the end of the day, the judge didn't sentence him though. The jury did. So that's what happened. The jury, the one did this. So if there's some corruption going on, I'm gonna tell you right now, in that state, you'll never find out. They all connected. They help each other. They'll help you too if you spend the right money. They'll help you too. But I don't know if they spent the right money here. All that money they raised was supposed to go to a lawyer. I'm sorry. That's the type of lawyer you got to get. But anyway, he's in jail. He's actually moved to state prison now. Now a lot of people saying that that's strange. A lot of people are in the comments saying that's strange. They were in the system before. They said you don't move that fast down the line. Like as soon as they sentenced him, they said they moved him out right away. They said it usually don't happen. They usually could take up to 6 months or whatever. But for whatever his case, it moved pretty fast. It moved really fast, and they said it's strange, but um, They said it's strange. They said it's strange. Yeah, so he's gonna have to, at this point, only thing I could say is he would have to spend a lot of money on the appeals process. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think he's gonna get no I mean, he do look like he got action in the appeals because there's a lot of conflict of interest going on in this case. That's what it seemed like. But other than that, I don't know. It's no guarantee in the appeals. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, man, they moved him out really quickly. They sure did. But as far as him going to the guy uncle's the warden, that's not true. That guy that spread that misinformation, he was at the Diddy trial spreading misinformation. And you guys are not going to know that. You guys are going to hold what he say like, oh wow, he must know what he's talking about. Look at all the views he getting. No, he was spreading misinformation at the Diddy trial, and somebody checked him on it. He was there. Only thing he's there for is to go viral and get clicks and to spread misinformation. That's the only thing he's there for. And now he's doing it again with this particular situation. And God and people are believing it. And now people are getting upset about it because they're saying, "Oh my God, he's getting ready to get killed. He's at the warden name is they got the same last name." That's not true. He came up with guys. He literally came up with that story off the fly. He made it up. It's crazy. He literally made that up. You said you said never heard of a jury sentencing anyone. Yeah, that happens all the time. It happens in other states do it too. Georgia, wait a minute, Florida. Florida does it. Remember they did it in the what case was that we followed out of Florida? Yeah, they do it. They do it all the time. They go to the sentencing phase. The jury sentence the people in Florida. Some states the judge does it, and some states the jury. Or you can elect to have the jury do it or have the judge do it. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. Just spreading misinformation. You said how that the jury sentence him. No, the jury is allowed to sentence him, and certain states do that. Florida did it with Marquis Floyd. Remember, I followed the Marquis Floyd case out of Florida. The jury sentenced him. They sentenced him. They actually on his second case they sentenced him to death, and he was surprised because usually, sometimes the jury don't always like. They're really reluctant to do that. Yeah, they sentenced Marquis Floyd to death for him killing that police officer. They sure did. The jury sentenced him to death. And he's now on death row in Florida, Marquis Floyd. And that was on YouTube. So you can go back and just type in Marquis Floyd sentencing and you will see it. The judge was just there to make sure things go smoothly. And that's what the judge was here for in Carmelo's case. He was just there to make sure things go smoothly. But the jury, I told you guys, the jury was the most important people in the courtroom. Okay, the jury, most important people. Now, some people are, blaming the jury, saying that the jury was handpicked. No, this is the mistake you make. The crazy thing is, I understand a lot of people don't know anything about the system or how the system works. So people are thinking like, oh my God, this and that. No, this is normal. When you gamble, When you take a gamble and let the jury decide your fate, this is what happens. That's why every case you might not want to go to trial, for this very reason. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, you don't want to. Sometimes, some cases, it's better to settle out because you don't want to leave things in the jury hand. But if you got a lawyer that don't really care about you, like, all right, let's go to trial. I get paid anyway. If you want to go to trial and fight this, be my guest. And that's what happened here. You can be my guest. Oh yeah, you got a good case. We gonna beat this case. They'll lie to you. Oh yeah, you definitely got action. Trust me. This was self-defense. Trust me. Okay. Their job is just to lead you to the gallows. And that's it. Okay. Um, their job is just to lead you. Their- okay, hold on. Confirm. Their job is just to lead you to the gallows, man. That's point blank. And it's up to you what you do from there. Oh, damn, they process it quickly. Okay, cool. You got to know that this is a good learning situation. Or at least we're gonna learn. And a lot of people don't learn how Texas get down now. Now you know. Some people don't know. We don't know everything, but it's good to learn how the system works. And you don't want to ever get caught up in the system. So you got to teach your kids conflict resolution. Like, is everything is not worth it. An argument is not worth sitting up in the mountains for 20, 30 years. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to use your hands to get beat up sometime. Because neither one of them knew conflict resolution, him or the twins. Neither one of them knew conflict resolution. And here's the thing: some people saying, "Well, Max, it's a video out there. This is really so." Listen, if there's really a video out there and it didn't get to court, and they never get into court, you gonna learn. We gonna learn how Texas get down. We gonna learn it. We gonna learn it. But as of right now, he's in the appeals process. Get ready for that, and that could take years. Just to let you know, that could take years, man. As they say, that the best thing to do is, man, is just stay. It's just to just avoid the conflict, man. We know how teenagers are. People make mistakes. We all made mistakes when we were teenagers, so shit happens. I know they're very strict, and the thing is, they look out for each other. So if there's a video out there and they did everything to cover it up, we'll never see that video. Never. Uh-uh. They help each other out there. You're going up against a brick wall. You're going up against a brick wall messing with them. Listen, guys, they put this guy to death in Texas, and he didn't even do it. And they put him to death. And then check this out. When they investigated the house and said it, and they found out it wasn't arson, he was already put to death already. They investigated after the fact. You know what the governor said, Rick Perry at the time? Well, he was a bad guy anyway. And this was a white guy that they put to death. So imagine what they're gonna do to Karmelo. Okay. Texas is an eye for an eye state, man. They believe in eye for an eye. I bet you they don't even think he got sentenced good enough. They don't even believe it. They're like, man, 35, he should have got more than that. If he had let the judge sentence him, he would have got life. But he's lucky though, in a sense. He's lucky in a sense because he now I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen though. So even though it's gonna be a long time from now, so when he meet the parole board for the first time, you know they're gonna deny him. They're gonna deny him. He don't waited 17 years dreaming to be freed, and they're gonna deny him. The second time they're gonna deny him. The third time they're gonna deny him, and he'll get out maybe the fourth time. Yeah, he didn't go get an adult because they don't know conflict resolution. They hotheads. I can tell by the way his brother was talking that they're hotheads. He said Carmelo was talking reckless. Did you see that in his interview when his mother was sitting standing there? He said, yeah, but he was talking reckless. So they with the shit, talking reckless. You know, they were pretty much going at each other, telling him to get away from that tent. This is our area. You don't need to be over here. And he wasn't going. And here we are. That's what happened. It's just that simple. Sometimes when people challenge you, you are going to feel kind of slighted. Like, damn, this person's punking me out. But it's better to just walk away. You've been hearing some disturbing things about the judge during the trial. Who are you getting information from? What's the person's name in their YouTube channel? And I'll tell you if it's fake or not. Because they did the same thing at the Diddy trial. What are you hearing? Because like Charleston White and them people, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. They trying to trigger people to do something, but there ain't nobody getting triggered. People worried about their gas. You said the whole purpose is making. Yeah, don't listen to them. You know, their purpose is to make you angry to go out here and crash out. But guess what? They're not going to go out here and crash out. And you know, there was speaking of Griffin, them, there was a guy that crashed out years ago and shot up some people in Texas. And he said that he followed Griffin Umar Johnson. And man, them people came out quickly and said, I don't know this guy. Because Professor Griff took a picture with the shooter. He said, I don't know this guy. I don't know. He was quick to say he don't know the guy. They said, well, he's a follower of yours. I don't know him. I don't know him. Nah, don't listen to them, yo. I believe all of them are agents, to be honest with you. Stephen said Jesus didn't help them control their emotions. Because we got free will, Stephen. But yeah, those like what's his name? Like Charleston White and all those people, they're trying to stir up. They're like what you call what do you call that? What people are doing? They're like race baiters. They're rage baiters, race and rage baiters. Yeah, don't listen to them, yo. This case is normal, yo. This is a normal case. It's a murder case. He had a weak case. The defense case was weak. And you get convicted. That's it. Now, it's up to his lawyers to fight that tooth and nail, like, hey, ain't no black jurors here. But then he gonna take that up in the appeal. That's gonna be something he takes up in the appeal, and that's it. And the thing is, you got to teach your kids from when they're small how this system works. But the parents didn't take the time to do that. They should have told them when they first moved from Louisiana to Texas, they should have told their son, listen, we're in Texas now. Things work differently here. Things work differently here. You can't go out here and just lay your hands on people out here. This system is a good old boy system. They should have told him that. And you know what they should have told him? Whenever you in school and you at events and somebody try to provoke you and try to like get violent with you, please go get an adult, son, because it's a good old boy system out here. We got to use the system against them. Okay. That's what should have been told to him. You got to know it's a war going on out here. It's a war. It's a silent war. And you got to know how to fight the war. You got to know how to fight it. Okay. They are against you and they will band together to put you away, regardless if you think it's self defense or not. And they should have sat down and told him about the law and what self defense really is. Because laying hands on somebody is not self defense. It's not. Well, it is. You could practice self defense. Somebody lay hands on you, but not lethal defense. Lethal defense is not necessary. Even though the kid was kind of big, but shit, he gonna be in jail now with people bigger than that might test him. And if he shanked them up, guess what? He gonna get more time. So it could be a possibility that yeah, he could get set. He's only there for 17 years. It could be doubled if he had to protect himself in there. But I think he'll be okay. Maybe I don't know. So you got to look at it like that, man. You got to tell them from when they're young on what they're up against. You got to tell them what they're up against when they're young. Well, it's their job to tell them. If they didn't tell him, oh well, he gonna learn this way on how the system is. When I grew up, some of the people that I grew up with, they made easy money. They went out there and sold drugs. They wanted easy money. Some of them dead now. Some of them dead prematurely. Some of them got locked up for 20 years. Okay, that comes along with it. You want to sit out here and make easy money. That's what, and look, you got to think about it like this. If you tell your kids this right here, it's going to put it all in perspective. So you can go out here and make easy money and get some shoes and clothes just to impress some chicken heads. That's all you're doing. Just to impress some chicken heads that if you go to jail, they're going to be with somebody else. They're going to go be with somebody else. And you sitting out here trying, because what you getting the shoes for? Only to impress the girls. That's it. That's why you buy the clothes and stuff, just to impress the chicken heads. And they don't give a damn about you because when you go to jail, they're going to stop writing you. So who cares about the expensive clothes? Go get a regular job and then you'll stay out of the prison system. That's how I stayed out. Doing crime is a choice. They put crack on the street, but that don't mean you had to touch it. It's a choice. Trust me, I'm an OG. I know. I'm OG status. Okay. I'm not unk status. I'm past unk status. I'm OG status. Okay. I lived enough to know how the system works. All of this is stupid. Okay. You go get the fast money, this and that, just so the chicken heads can look at you. Okay. And the chicken heads don't even care. There's some guys where I know some guys right now that lost their lives over a pleather 8-ball jacket. Okay. Over some Bally sneakers. I know somebody sitting up in New Jersey State Prison right now for the rest of his life over some Bally sneakers. He got arrested in the 80s. He's still in there. He's an old man now, gray hair and everything. He's in there for stealing somebody Bally sneakers and killed him. And they not letting him out. They're not letting him out. He got life. But guess what happened? When he went to jail, he got more time added on to his life because he assaulted somebody in there trying to protect himself. So I knew how the system worked. It's just some people, these new people, they think they're exempt. No, you're not exempt. Everybody is the same. You're not exempt. And if you don't believe me, I want you to type in his name. His name is Cameron. Type that in, Cameron. Middle name Todd, Todd, Willingham. I believe it's spelled Willingham. Cameron Todd Willingham out of Texas. Texas death row. They put him to death for something that he didn't do. They claimed that he committed arson on his house and killed his 3 daughters during the holidays. That never happened. When the fire science people went in there to do the investigation after he was put to death, they realized that it was an electrical fire. You know what the governor said at the time of Texas? Well, he was a bad man anyway. So what you think this kid is up against? They don't give a damn about him. He's just a number. And he about to find that out. He's just a number now. And they're gonna get some sweat equity out of him. You know what sweat equity is? That's just a nice way to say you're a slave. That's just a nice way to say you're a slave. Sweat equity. We're gonna get some sweat equity. Just like those kids that killed Julio Fulio. Guess what? They not the same people at the time. Now they thinking they shouldn't have done it. And guess what the warden said? He said, "Oh, we would love this kid to come to our jail because we can get some sweat equity out of him." Okay. That kid don't became a slave for the rest of his life. And he's only in his 20s. Okay. Imagine guys in your 20s, you working and you got to live in a bathroom for the rest of your life. Something the size of a bathroom. And you might be with another person in there. Okay. And you got to watch out for the professional Peter gazers. You know what that is? The professional Peter gazers. Okay. I remember y'all better go watch Big Hurt channel on YouTube, Life After the Penitentiary of Big Hurt. Big Hurt has said when you go take a shower, you shower with your shorts on. I ain't never heard nothing like that. He said you shower with your t-shirt and your shorts on. He said this guy, he's fresh in jail. Nobody told him. He's sitting up in the shower, butt ass naked in the shower, just having a good old time showering himself. The Peter Gazers was waiting for him. Okay. There was a known predator in there. He said, "Wow, look at this." Him glistening. He said the man was just glistening in the head because the sun was coming. And he didn't know. I knew somebody said, "Yeah, man, when you go to the shower, I used to shower with my sandals on." He said, "My slippers, my shorts." He said, "You wash your shorts and put your new shorts on, and wash your shorts that you take your dirty shorts, take them off and wash them and put your new shorts on." That's how they live in there. And this man didn't know that. He went in there. He went in there and took a shower like he vacationed at the Hilton. Okay. Like he vacation had all lathered up. They say he was lathered from head to toe, lathered up. And them Peter Gazers just watching him. The Peter Gazers are AKA what we call predators, apex predators, Peter Gazers. Some people call them Peter Gazers. Some people call them predators. Some people call them, I remember back in the day, they told me back in Northern, that they used to call it Rawway State Prison. They don't call it Rawway State Prison no more. They used to call them the Ninja Turtles. I said, "Well, what's up with the Ninja Turtles?" They said, "Yeah, man, the Ninja Turtles got the dude, man." Yeah, he thought he was on vacation at the Hilton or the Sheraton or somewhere. Okay. Had his towel. He said the guy, and then when he got back to his bunk, he had all type of candy on his pillow. All type of candy. And guess what happened? He ate all that candy. So who you think put that candy on his pillow? Somebody that want him to be their boyfriend, or they want to sell him to somebody. Okay, they want to sell him to somebody. It's crazy. And this happened. What prison? It was a prison in what's his name is here. Hey, let me see. My boy is here. Where is he at? He can tell you because he used to work. He used to do. He's a psychiatrist. Hey, Jay Boss, are you still here? Tell him about the prison in Louisiana. That's what I'm talking about. That prison in Louisiana ain't no joke. I believe you have some dealings with Louisiana. I'm not sure, but I know he's a psychiatrist, and he deal with helping people with their mental state in there. And it's real crazy up in there. Not all jails are like that, but the prison up in Louisiana is crazy. I forget the name of it right now. It's not Angola. It might be Angola, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember right now if it's Angola. But that prison right there, straight gladiator school. Craziness. But this situation right here, people are upset because they say, man, this wasn't murder one. And a lot of people said it'd have been better if he had got 15. And I understand that because that's manslaughter. But he didn't get it. Now he got to fight in parole. He got to do the parole. He got to go the parole way. And, that you got to wait and see. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, you got to wait. I mean, that's what he's there. But I heard the jail that he's going to, that I think he's at now, is okay. They have vocational. He can get his degree there where he's going. He can complete his degree and probably mess around and get his master's. So by the time he come out in 17 years, he'll be straight. So they got all kind of vocational training there, and it's also they got a place where they could segregate you from the rest. They have a program there for that, so they might want to segregate him if he can't be on the main yard. But I heard that it's not that bad where he's going. It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad. I mean, it's prison, but for prison standards, it's not that bad. But that was the guy that was spreading that misinformation, his name is Secret Service Sam. I'm just gonna tell you. He was at the Diddy trial doing the same thing. And we all were getting at him. We're like, yo, what are you talking about, man? Like, what are you talking about? Like he had spreaded some information that Big Gene had assaulted somebody, and then it went viral. And then everybody looking at him like, bro, Big Gene didn't get assaulted. I was right there. I was standing right there. What are you talking about? And then he said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought so. Well, then go correct it. Then he didn't correct it because he got all those views. So he was purposely out there lying, and now he's doing it again. He just a leech. He find cases like this, and then he find a way to go viral, and that's what's happening right now. Saying that the kid is at the same jail as the victim's uncle. That's a lie. But the problem is though, the people that's listening, they don't know. They figure he getting a lot of views. They figure he is some validity to what he's saying. That's not it. It's not it. It's a shame, man, with the internet. You really just have to just at this point, just it's not a big deal. Like this case is just a normal case that we followed. And we're gonna move on to the Luigi one or the next one or whatever is next. That's all. We'll just wait for his appeal. That's why I am going to follow his appeal because I believe he got some action in the appeal. So we just have to wait for it. Just have to wait for the appeal process. Hold on, let me see what you're saying. Give me a second. Man, why is this blocking? Hold on. You said, so what about the man that says he saw the video? That was proven to be a lie. And also he's a sex offender. He was registered sex offender. Not saying that that makes him a liar, but what happened was he was getting locked up a lot because he didn't want to register. So my theory is they may be using him to spread misinformation to help him out. Remember, the system can use you. The system can use you, right, to do different things, especially if you have a jail record. And a lot of the people, watch this. I look. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna put y'all up on something. Anybody know about Nature Boy? Because it was on Hulu. So a lot of you probably know about the Nature Boy case now. Anybody? How about if I told you? I'm not going to say it. That I'm not going to say because the problem is that got me a lot of trouble before, like being targeted. I'm not going to tell y'all, but just know everybody's connected. And a lot of these people have something in common. Either they were in the United States military. Nature Boy was in the United States military. Y'all just don't know that, but he was. So a lot of these people are in the United States military, or they have a record, and they put in our society to do different things to change your thought. And they use a lot of content creators as well. Now, my question to you is, who created the internet? Do anybody know? My question to you is, who created social media and the internet, and when was it available? Well, let me just say, it was first made available to the public in 1993 through AOL and Netscape, but it was out way before that. The government made this up by way of the Pentagon. They hired scientists to come up with this system. Right, the alphabet boys, right. I can just stop there. I'll just stop there, Keeper. You just, I don't even have to go further. Alphabet boys. You guys already know that. I'm not telling you something y'all don't already know, right? I'm not. You guys like, okay, Max, we knew that. Okay, so the thing is, wouldn't it be advantageous for them to use vloggers as well? They have their own vloggers. And a lot of these vloggers have something in common. Like Charleston White, he's a felon. They use people. You said I'm here but 4 minutes behind. Oh yeah, Jay Boss. I was just saying that you're a psychiatrist and you work with inmates all the time. And I think you know about Angola prison. I mean, or that prison in Louisiana. That's what I was going to ask you about. It's dangerous there. But right, they've been using people forever. So we already know how they infiltrated um the Black Panthers. They infiltrated the Black Panthers. They infiltrated the Nation of Islam. So what now with their technology that they have now, what do you think they're doing now? If they were able to record Dr. King having relations with different women and with their technology, what you think they have now? They're using vloggers too. And let me tell you, they use vloggers to go out and do and spread a narrative just to throw you off. And I'm telling you, when I was at the Diddy trial, I saw them. You know what I felt like when I was at the Diddy trial? I felt like an extra in a movie. Yeah, a lot of them were voice. A lot of them were. A lot of them were. So they're doing it with the vloggers too. But the Secret Service Sam guy that was spreading misinformation, he did it at the Diddy trial. And the only person there that is legit was Neek. That's the only one. And she's getting targeted. And I told them at the Diddy trial that they were going to get targeted. I told them this because I got targeted. I got followed to my car. Somebody was following me to my car just to see where I'm going. And I told them, see, I told them what other trials you guys going to. We were talking about it. We were talking about traveling around, going to different trials and covering. I said, you guys, just let you know, when you do that, you got to be very careful. They looked at me like I was crazy. These young people don't listen. They don't. They looked at me like I was crazy. Like, what do you mean? I said, you're going to be targeted because you're getting more views than the traditional media or what they call the legacy media. You're getting more views. You're more powerful because you're reporting what you see out of your own two eyes. That's very powerful. You don't have nobody to give you a narrative. They're going to target you. And guess what happened? She got targeted out there. Neek did. I mean, she knew. I'm not talking about Neek wasn't listening. She knows the deal. But yeah, she got targeted out there. She knew she was going to get targeted, but she didn't know it was going to be that severe. But yeah, she got targeted. And luckily, some of the brothers came and became her bodyguard. They came out there to protect her because she needed protection. Because she was in a good old boy state. Okay. She was in the Lone Star State. I know how the Lone Star State get down. Now, if you're a part of the good old boy system, they'll help you too. They'll help you. You know, if they had gave all that money to a certain lawyer, he would have helped them. He would have negotiated manslaughter for him. He would have, because he getting money at the end of the day, and they all know that. They all play golf together. Okay, cool. We'll help you out because you getting money. You know what I'm saying? We gonna help you out so you can go get that 600. Okay, we gonna help you out, and then later on he'll help somebody else out. It's all a brotherhood there. Um, it's a brotherhood. So yeah, guys, it's a good old boy system. You help me out, I help you out. You know, okay, you got this kid case. We don't like what he did, but how much they paying you? Hey man, I could get 600 out of this. Okay, we'll help you out and get a manslaughter. It ain't got to go to trial. That's it. He still would have had to do some time, but you know what I mean. Now, there was some misinformation about the money that they raised too. Let me just say that. So they did have access to the money, but what happened was it was Give, Send, Go, or whatever the hell it was. It wasn't GoFundMe. It was something else. Give, Send, Go. They automatically shut it down after the conviction. Okay. But it's not that he can't start another one. They said he can, but now that the conviction over, we're gonna shut that down. He can also go to GoFundMe now to raise the money. So he can still raise money. He can just go to GoFundMe. So when the official one comes back up, y'all just gotta wait for it. Because he can still raise money. Um, they're not preventing him from raising money. It's just that that's their policy on that website. Okay, that's their policy, but the parents are feeling a little slighted because they feel as though the lawyer didn't do all he was supposed to do. But you live and learn and go get you another lawyer. So for the appeal, because you never know. Like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. What if they raise $1 million and go get a high powered attorney? Like, listen, we raised $1 million, okay, and they give him all that $1 million. Okay, I bet you get on that golf course. Like, look, guys, y'all give him some action in the appeals and get this thing to manslaughter, man. Money talks, but everybody don't have access to it. Well, I don't know where the 650 all of it went to. It could have went to living expenses, they had to live still. They had to pay for his attorney, living expenses, possible security. It could have went to that. But when they start their GoFundMe, you could donate to that. But it's not that they purposely canceled it just because it's just because he got convicted. That's just their protocol on the website. But they can still raise more money if they need to. No, they raise a total of 650. Um, that was still, see, they could withdraw the money, but that's what they raised in total. And that money was still being accumulated after he got convicted that night, and it went up to 650,000 total that they collected over the time. But I don't know how much they paid the lawyer. You know what I mean? I would think at least 100,000. For that type of lawyer, they probably paid 100, maybe 200. I would think maybe 150,000. That retainer goes by pretty fast, so they probably paid about 150. You said Medea said, Max, did you hear that? One of the one of the you dang one of the that passed away family member is no, that's a misinformation that they were spreading. Secret Service Sam spreaded that. And I know Secret Service Sam from the Diddy trial, Medea. He spreaded misinformation and he did it at the Diddy trial. He made that shit up out the thin air. He sure did. Secret Service Sam. As soon as I saw Secret Service Sam, I started laughing. I said, these people falling for the okie dokie game on him, but they don't know. You guys just don't know how he get down. You guys weren't at the Diddy trial to know who he is. I know who he is though. I said, no, he not, yo. Here he go again, and he gonna get his money. You know what I'm saying? Because he go viral, and then he make his money. Secret Service Sam. Secret Service. Secret, he know how to go viral. But I can't go viral like that for lying, yo. I mean, I could have lied too. I could have went there, took a flight out there and said, guys, guess what? I saw the video, man. I saw the video, guys. But I can't get money like that. But that's what happened with Dad. He was out there spreading that information online. And he has a huge following, so that the word travels quickly. But you know, he gets his paper at the end of the day. He's doing it for money. He said they bought him a new Lexus. Hey, live it up, man. I would live it up too if I know I'm going to jail. Shit. I would live it up. Take a trip. Yeah, Medea, Secret Service Sam was at the Diddy trial. And we all got at him. Like, yo, man, why are you spreading misinformation? He said, oh, I thought that was the case. Well, then go tell your followers that then. Go tell your subscribers that. But he didn't do that. He just out there to make money. You know, made about 20, 30, bragging about it 1 month. That's all they there for. That's culture vultures right there. If you want to say somebody a culture vulture, he's straight lying. Straight up. Had everybody believing that kid at they would never put that kid with the same warden as the dude's uncle. They would never do that. That's a definite violation. Conflict event. That was definite, man. That's just you said they mad at you because you said to send positive energy to Velvet. I don't know why people think I hate these people. Who's mad at you for sending positive energy to Velvet? No, my question is, did she get her kids back? That's going to be hard if she ain't get them back yet. Because, you know, now the social services are on her ass now. And the thing is, Medea, if they see that she back with them, and it could be hard for her to get it. She probably got them back, though. Hopefully she did. Velvet got to walk a tightrope now. She sure do. Or she going to lose them. It's unfortunate, man. People got to learn the hard way. But, hey, man, it is what it is. You said touch me and find out is provocation. Yeah, we know that. We've already covered that yesterday. That's what the jury thought. You said, I don't know if she got them back. Okay, I'm gonna check. I'm about to get off anyway, Medea. I'm gonna go check. But guys, I just wanted to say that real quick, man. The misinformation that was being spreaded. He is not with the uncle or whatever, the warden. He's not there, but he did move to state prison though, so he's there. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys later. Take care.